Om Sthapakaya cha dharmasya sarvadharmasvarupine avatara varishtaya Ramakrishnaya te namaha. The conversation turned to Amrita, a disciple of Keshav. Ram, a devotee, is telling, Amrit Babu seems to be in a very bad shape. Master, yes, he looked very ill when I saw him the other day. They are discussing about the institution also, in which Keshav had formed, and the consequences later on, how they separated, split, and all this we have discussed in the last class also. The trend is still continuing. Master, yes, he looked very ill when I saw him the other day. Sri Ramakrishna keeps watch on everyone, from the external most bodily level of existence to the scholastic level of existence, the core of one's man, where divine is shining like the bright sun. It is shining there unnoticed, and all other layers are dancing according to the past vasanas. External most is bodily existence that everyone can see. Who is tired, he is not well, everything. Behind is its software, mind is there. Before the mind we see, in front of the mind, there are senses. Body, senses, behind the senses is mind. Mind is under the sway of vasanas always, the past tendencies. Behind mind is the intellect, buddhi, which filters everything and takes, but it has attachment for mind, motherly affection for mind. So whatever mind says is try to fulfill, though it is totally independent, like a child forcing the mother. She is grown up, she knows what is good and bad. The child doesn't know, but child forces the mother to yield to small demands of the child. So this similar between the relationship between mind and intellect. Intellect is buddhi. It knows what is right, what is wrong, what is to be done, what is not to be done. It can go up to nirvikalpa samadhi, it can take, manage all the affairs in the world. But because of the vasanas, under which it is like a spoiled child. Mind is like a spoiled child for the mother, the intellect. So all these layers are inaccessible to us, of the other person and of our own also. How the mind is working, why the mind is jumping like this, why my behavior is like this, all this we cannot so easily judge unless we constantly practice introspection rather than external. We go on analyzing external world, judging everyone, but we forget to judge ourselves because we see outside. All senses are turned outside. No sense is there to turn inward, to see. Only proof that I have an existence independent of body, Atman is there, is because I separate from all other sheets covering my soul. I separate from the body when I sleep, from mind, senses, all layers. I separate and be myself. Again project forward. So I have bodily existence, I have psychic existence, I have this existence where I am still in the nature, but nothing of it is being perceived. The causal level and beyond is my spiritual existence. I every day travel. This is the only proof for proving that transcendental realm is there. You don't need any philosophy or religion. It is your experience. You are passing through 3 states, waking, dreaming and deep sleep, that nobody can see, but you experience yourself. You experience the waking state, you experience the dream state, you experience dreamless deep sleep also. Jagrat, Swapna, Shushupti. This is beyond it also, there is existence. Living all this every day, you are expanding in. This is the only proof of, we don't need to prove God exists, any philosophy or religion. It is our experience. Yeah, just like for us, the causal level and beyond, same thing at the cosmic level. Every soul, every living being, you can say, what I experience, they experience. We pass through the 3 layers, we pass through the 3 states of existence, waking, dreaming, all beings, and collectively the universe itself is passing through the microcosm and macrocosm. So this is easy to understand for any person who doesn't believe in God. You are there. God is there or not. Are you there? Who are you in this body? Why do you leave the body and go? Where are you going when you sleep? How do you separate? This much analysis is sufficient to know there is a transcendental existence. So here Sri Ramakrishna is seeing everyone's all layers, how they are functioning. But he cannot do anything, he cannot say anything. Because even when God incarnates, they never go against the laws of nature. As far as possible, they have total right to neglect or to ward off the laws of nature. Not that they do not do, of course they do. Apart from that, generally, like destroying the karmas or this, that, we don't kapal moksha to give he can release all the souls from suffering forever. But nature is there. Who he has appointed, laws he has made, he doesn't want to go against the laws he has made. So, pass through, my child. All this is just a play going on. Everything is a passing show. You have seen your life. So, see that you put a little efforts and transcend and come away. The inner call constantly goes on. So, this Sri Ramakrishna is able to see all the layers which we are not able to see. So, he is telling, yes, he looked very ill when I saw him the other day. Ram, sir, let me tell you about the lectures of new dispensation. That is the Keshav Chandra Sen's new dispensation. That is, actually it is Sri Ramakrishna's, he works through all the denominations of Hinduism. Whatever way to realize God is there in Hinduism, whatever attitudes they bear towards the reality, from the absolute existence, unchanging eternal reality of the Advaita, Vishishtadvaita, Dvaita, Shakta, Shaiva, Vaishnava, and all aspects, so many devatas, all these aspects of God, he individually realizes the path. The tantras, 64 tantras, he doesn't leave anything undone. If any man from ancient times has realized God, that path he has walked through and said, yes, on everything, including the other religions like Christianity, Islam and all, he works through, he practices as an indweller, not as an external observer. I can study a religion from outside. I am just an observer. That is object for me. To be an inner person of the religion. I am a Christian and following Christianity. I am a Islam, I am following Islam. This is being an inward person. That is a person who is within the practicing as a believer. So totally, see, when he was doing the other religious practices, you 100% be that. Forget himself that he was a Hindu to that extent. When he takes up Shaivism, total Shaivism. No Shiva is brought into picture to that extent, and reach the ultimate goal promised by each religion, and finds that the ultimate is one. He goes and sees the same one. Each person is seeing one of the aspects of that infinite aspects of the absolute existence, Satchidananda. Even each one is taking, and finally he tells the story. Blind man. 6 blind men go and touch an elephant. They explain, elephant is like this, elephant is like that. Elephant is like winnowing fan, elephant is like a wall. Each have touched one of the part. Another says, elephant is like a pillar. He has touched the legs. One who says he is like a wall, he has touched the sides. One who touches the ears, he says it is like a winnowing fan. So each one, they have touched, they have understood what elephant is by seeing one of the part. All are right, but all are fighting with each other. This compromise, this aspect he tries to bring in the new dispensation. All religions are, base is common and culmination is common. So, while the drum is being played, the members cry out, "Victory unto Keshav," because he is the founder of the institution. You say that dal grows only in a stagnant pool. Dal, it is not dal. Dal is, what do you call, a green cover, the plant which floats on the water. Dal grows only in a stagnant pool. So Amrita said one day in the course of his sermon, the holy man, referring to Sri Ramakrishna, has no doubt said that dal grows in a stagnant pool. But brothers, we want dal. We want a sect. Really and truly I tell you that we want a sect. New dispensation is acceptance of all aspects. They are going to accept everything. All religions are true, like something like that. But here, the Amrita is giving lecture, and in that he says, dal grows in pond. Algae we say. The algae is floating. Dal has two meanings. One meaning is algae that is floating on the water. Another meaning is dal is a group, sect. Bajrang Dal, Something, dal means a group dedicated to a particular aspect. So this is what he is he is taking the words of Sri Ramakrishna, dal grows in a stagnant pool. So he is applying the same thing. It can, when it is packed up, if it is flowing, it cannot. So when it is packed up and stagnant and not moving, like that, we need a sect in which we can grow. We need a sect. Really and truly, I tell you that we want a sect. Means, in new dispensation, dissolve all sects or honor all sects, accept all sects as they are. Master, what nonsense! Shame on him! What a kind of sermon is that? Because Sri Ramakrishna, as many paths, as many attitudes. The conversation drifted to desire of some people for praise. Master, they took me to Keshav's house to see a performance of Nimai Sannyas. Nimai is the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's. I heard that day someone speaking of Keshav and Pratap as Chaitanya and Nityananda. Prasanna asked me, who are you then? Keshav looked at me to see what I would say. I said to them, I am the servant of your servant, the dust of your feet. Keshav said with a smile, you can't catch him. How low they go. All this is just to demonstrate or tell people, where is your ego? How long will you move with it? It's going to bind you everywhere. Dissolve it. Be humble and accept the truth. We encounter the truth, the reality, but we are not able to accept it. Realities of life, let alone the realities of the existence. Existence reality means it is the absolute existence, a relative existence, and individual existence. These are the reality we have to accept. Life's realities we don't want to accept. I don't want to accept suffering, though it is good. I don't want to take strain, though it is good. I don't want to sacrifice, though it is good. And when it comes, I shrink, I fight, I revolt. All this happens. How it happens, you see. So we'll be trying to not accept the reality because it is against my wishes. I want happiness without putting forth efforts. I want money without striving for it. All this I want to be. They don't want to work, they don't want to run, they don't want to. All this, I am sitting quietly, bring all things to me. It is not possible, it is against the laws of nature. Ask, it will be given, knock, it will be opened. So, this much, all arrangements are done. Can you not knock? You have to just knock. Ask, it will be given. It is there, it is meant for you. But you have to just ask. You need not manufacture, you need not create. It is everything is kept ready here. Just you have to seek. The seeking is the small efforts that we put. And what we get is unimaginable dimensions. So, how he presents you, see, who are you? Brahmanandaji was there, or one of the direct disciples of Sri Ramakrishna. And one day, a news was given to him. Perhaps another direct disciple, I don't remember exactly, tells him that in Bhuvaneshwar, one ashrama is going to be opened, a mutt is going to be opened, a new mutt is going to come up. Immediately he says, I will be the watchman there. I want to be the watchman there. He is unimaginable dimension. A president, like a president of the Mutt and Mission. So, how humble they remain. I want to be dust of your feet. So, that way, this is how we can. And he actually was like that. So humble, nobody will recognize. In Bangalore ashrama, when Swami was there, Yatishwara, no, Dakshineswar Maharaj, he used to spend 8 hours of his every day for studies, 8 hours for meditation and spiritual practices. And the 8 hours, remaining 8 hours, will be all his sleep, this, that, washing clothes, preparing food, taking food, all his personal 8 hours. These 8 hours, he will not spare. Now 16 hours he is spending, and this was whole lifetime. So he had no time to wash his clothes. He has to do the other duties of the mutt. He is in charge of an important part of the mutt. So he has to strive. Then he was president of the Bangalore ashrama also. He started that Vidyarthi Mandir. So as a head of an institution, how much of responsibility and duties. Every moment he has to see where from the money comes for food. He has to keep some devotees who can help in maintenance of the ashrama. If it is not there, he has to go for collection. And with all that, these 8 hours and 8 hours, he will not. So he did not have time. He never shaved his face. Hairs growing, because it takes time. I have to spend time for that. I don't have time. And he used to wear just a towel across his waist. Remaining, who will wash the clothes every day? Just a towel which he is going to wipe, the same he will wash and wear. Anybody coming to meet Dakshineswar Maharaj will go and he'll be working in garden or here or there. They are going to ask, I want to meet. They think he is a servant. There is no sign of being a president of an institution because of his total dedication. And how, without so much of sacrifice, without so much of sincerity and dedication, we won't be able to realize God. At least now, we have a strong hold in our life when we come to Ramakrishna Mutt and Mission because of the goodwill that elders have made and gone. Without much efforts, we can see that our stomach is filled. Every day, like direct disciples, we need not go for begging our food. And small maintenance we have to do, and that is the worship we do. We don't keep anything personal. Nothing belongs to me here in this world. Both hands are empty. So that aspect of life, that is the real life. Such kind is possible to just by doing the duties, serving the Lord. I am not able to deeply meditate. Many of the elderly sadhus used to say, I was not able to meditate. I tried in many ways, but last I thought, let me work for God. Let me work for this world. This would be my, when Vinayakanandaji Maharaj, the 10th president of the Mutt and Mission, came to Jabalpur. There was study circle was there. 10-15 people used to join every week. And after Maharaj initiated a few and continued the contact, they started meeting every day. And then there were a few who were totally dedicated and taking the responsibility. Amidst them, one was totally, he was working, he was in a good status also, and President Vinayakanandaji calls him, start an institution here. Immediately start an organization. Your womb, let it grow. All the ideals of Vivekananda, Ramakrishna tradition, try to incorporate. And he said, work, work, work and die. In that very place, work, work, work and die. This will be giving you realization of God. I assure you. He was shocked. He thought, yes, I will do. And rest of the life, he left the job immediately. Whatever came, he gave to his sister and established within a few years to fight with the neighbors here or there. And then finally, he could establish an institution where 3,000 students have been taking education every year from last many decades. A huge temple, everything he did. And throughout, he remained a servant of that institution. He did not, all guests and all people working, including cook and servant, has a room. He did not have a room. His institution grown up in a, finally, he used to sleep in kitchen stores where vegetables are kept. At night he will go and sleep there. He did not have a room throughout his life. And day and night working for the school and the institution. Whole, and then every year, twice Durga Puja. One is Chet Durga Puja and one is the winter Durga Puja. Both he used to do in a Bengali style. All this he was able to do, finish, and one objective is realize God. He did not keep anything, what he had given to his sister. From there he used to get, from that interest, whatever interested you, within that you give me my food. One small carrier used to come every day. Even water he did not drink from the institution. He used to get from the house, his sister's house. Every day, what he needs, will be given from his own earnings, which was kept there. Small amount, just sufficient for water and a day's meal. That's how he said. Anything, I should not keep anything. A public person cannot have a private life. An ideal to be built up, he said, build up an institution, to set an institution. First thing he needs is to live an ideal life. To live that ideal life, he had to do so much of sacrifice. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.